Ciao ragazzi, this is Katie Portanova, and you're listening to Florence and Me. I'm a lover of stories and all things Italian, and I'm going to bring you all that in this podcast. My intention is to inspire you to step out of your comfort zone and explore life and travel the world. Join me as I tell you my story and many others about Italy and my love, Florence. Andiamo! Ciao tutti! I'm back again. Today we're going to talk about Cantina La Frasca, which is the vineyard we're visiting next September in Cetona. Cetona is a town on the southern part of the province of Siena. So it's in the middle of Siena's, it's the province of Siena. So Siena is not that close, but it's there. When I say province of Siena, sometimes people think it's in Siena. So Cetona is far south, more south than Castelfiorentino. So it's about an hour and a half by car from Florence, south. And I came across Cantina La Frasca because I was looking for a vineyard for one of my retreats when I have retreats at Camposevoli. And I came across this darling vineyard owned by this family, Matteo's family, Del Ticco, Ticco, if I say it right, Del Ticco. And I was so welcomed by this family. And I felt like family as I left because they were so nice and kind. So a little history about the vineyard. So the vineyard is actually right outside of Cetona. So some pictures I've posted about it. The Cetona is on a hill. The vineyard's right below. So it's a beautiful picture because it kind of frames it into a beautiful, like, picturesque little town on top of a hill, the vineyard at the bottom. It's very pretty. The vineyard was started in the early 1900s. The vineyards they're on a plateau of 350 meters above sea level. The harvest is all by hand, which is most of the vineyards in Italy. They cut the grapes off, the grappola, the grape, the group, what is it called in English? the bunches of grapes. That's what it's called. They cut them off by hand, so they don't use any equipment. The wines do not undergo any filtering or decantering, only by the natural decantization. Decantization, I don't know if that's a word. Wine processing and refining take place entirely in the farm cellar, and the wines are a result of meticulous work carried out by the family of Del Ticco. Ticcos, I'm going to say it right. The Del Ticcos are in complete control of everything. They're aware of they try to make it a high quality wine, thanks to all their the respect for tradition, experience, and expertise gained over many years of work. They love having people come to their vineyard and to the wine tasting. The wine tastings, which they have a cantina in the center of Cetona. And that's where we went for the wine tasting. It was really lovely. There's an olive grove, since they have olive oil as well, as most vineyards do, is situated right inside of their farm in Val d'Orcia, which is a region, at the height of 600 meters above sea level. And that's a rocky terrain. It's really good for olive trees. Because when it's rocky, it's not necessary to use chemical treatments. So they have a variety of olives. The Frattoio, Lacino, if I say it right, Lacino e Cipressino. So there's 70% of Frattoio, Lacino there's 25%, and Cipressino is 5%. And that is their ratio of olives in their olive oil. The olives are also harvested by hand, brought to an oil mill in the evening to preserve their pristine quality. They have participated in something called the Expo dei Sapori, so an expo of flavors is what it means, in Milan, and they arrived at the finals with their Italian olive oils. So I mean, it's really good too. I've had it. The Del Ticcos also rent out a hamlet. I haven't been to it, so I can't say like what it's like. But it's called Podere Tre Case, meaning farms, 3 farmhouses, basically is what it translates to, and it's near Montepulciano. It's located, the Podere Tre Case is located in Val d'Orcia, one of the most beautiful valleys in Tuscany. It's been in the UNESCO World Heritage Site since 2004. The Tre Case farm has been run by the Del Ticco family for over 50 years. Let's see what else. And the business was born out of the tireless activity and passion dedication of the founder Orlando Del Ticco, born in 1900. So this was his great-grandfather, I think, Matteo's. At the time, his nickname was Calano, which is one of the names of the wines. And actually, Matteo, I think, is called Calano too. I forget the story behind it. I will get it to you. To this day, the business for which many years has gone all organic. They have not changed one thing to keep the quality and the flavor of the wine and the olives, all the olive oil. It's beautiful. So basically what happened, so that's basically the story. They have this beautiful cantina or enoteca, you can call it too. There's a wine bar where you can go and have an aperitivo, have a glass of wine, have some prosciutto, una tagliere di mortadella, salami, formaggi. You can have all of that and talk to them. They have a whole storefront which has like his mom I met. I forgot her name. I forgot her name. I forgot his dad's name too, so I can't even tell you that. But they have people, when we were sitting there for our wine tasting, there was a bunch of local folks that were walking in, picking up orders they had placed, or just having her cut some fresh cheese for them to take away. And then there were some tourists that came in and had like a wine tasting, or had like just an aperitivo. Actually, I don't know if they had a wine tasting. Matteo was focused mostly on me and Stefano. He gave us an amazing wine tasting. Their wines are very good, but they're also very like, one of them can be considered a table wine, which doesn't mean like it's not a good wine. It's not a high quality wine, but it's still very, very good. And their wines are very inexpensive too. They really don't have a lot of there's not a lot of expensive wines that they sell. The most that they go to is 18 euros. The cheapest one is 6 euros. So these wines you could drink every day. And honestly, like I've ordered some already, and even shipping it, it's like $65. Like I bought 6 wines. So, you have a grandma with you or anything, he's able to drive people up to the top of where the vineyard is. Because like I said, it's like, what did I say? It's like 500, 600, 350 meters above sea level. So, I mean, it's not like really steep. I don't want to scare you, but yeah. Anyway, I'll go move on from that. After that, the tour, we get into our cars and we drive up to Cetona. He tells us where to park. There's a parking lot nearby the city center. And then we walked to his cantina. And we had a lovely, like, God, we met him at 12, I think. I think we didn't leave until like 4. So, but we had such a good time talking to him. And his dad was just like so friendly. His mom had just a smile on her face the whole time. And it just, I felt the heart in it. And I can tell that it is a family business. Matteo really loves what he does. I think he does also have another job because like Lorenzo and Monteferralle, he has a full-time job. But yeah, it's a really great vineyard. If you are in Cetona or in Chiusi, the southern part of Tuscany, maybe you're staying in Orvieto, it's not that far to get to this vineyard, and it's just a really unique find. There's another vineyard that I hope to visit next year in near Camposevoli that I found, and I've researched it a bit. And again, another family-run vineyard. I'd love to see what they're all about too, because I'm really trying to look for those, like, you know, diamonds in the rough kind of thing that, you know, not a lot of people go to. I remember going to a one wine tasting this past September, and I met some Americans, and they came to Monteferralle, and then they were going to like Rufino. I might have mentioned this on my other podcast episode, but Rufino is a big wine company, like industrial size wine company. And you're wondering probably like, why does that sound familiar? Because it's in every store in the States. It is, you'll find it at Benny's, you'll find it at your local liquor store, you'll find it at Target. I mean, you'll find it everywhere. Rufino is not a Chianti Classico, I'll tell you that. It's just a Chianti. But again, not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying my goal for Truly Italy is to tell the stories of those smaller vineyards, those smaller places that have the heart, the passion of everybody. That they love what they do. They want to share it. They don't want to they don't want to keep it a secret. They want to share it with people that really care. So that is Cantina La Frasca. Matteo del Ticco is the winemaker. I think his dad's the winemaker. I can't remember. I think he's the winemaker as well. Winemakers all around. But I can't wait to visit again because he welcomed us with open arms, and I truly, truly appreciate people like that. That love when people love what they do. And that's what Italians are. If you are interested in their artwork, in their art, in their wine, in their olive oil, they will tell you the story. And they will tell it with passion, with love, and with appreciation that you actually care. You're not just drinking the wine. You're not checking it off your bucket list. You're actually learning about a family that started in the 1900s with this winemaking. I mean, it's amazing, guys. Amazing. Okay, that is all for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Vediamo. We'll see what I've come up with next. Huh? Allora, buongiorno, buonasera, buonanotte, wherever you are. And I'll see you soon. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao, ciao. I am beyond grateful for you listening to my podcast right now. I am so excited to share my journey of living abroad and all of my stories of Florence and Italy and all the places in between that I've visited. If this has reached you in any way and you would like to continue, please subscribe now. Also, go check out my website, trulyitaly.tours, for all my travel experiences. Ci si vede. Ciao.